Hi everyone, it's Tuesday afternoon about 6:15 and this is your closing commentary. It's video number 373 and I remind you to hit that like button if you like the work and absolutely hit the subscribe button. It doesn't cost anything and it does help me. So we started off this morning with Mr. Trump talking about a capital gains tax cut, which the market always likes, and got us off on a good start. And we also had the news from Putin, the thug, who announced to the world that Russia had beaten everybody and had an approved vaccine. Unfortunately for those in Russia, there is no FDA and there is no approval process, and the trial of the drug amounted to less than 100 people, and we'll see how that turns out. It was a monstrous day for the gold and the silver. As you can see here, the gold, which topped out 2 days ago, and I was looking for a move back into this 1950 to 1920 area, just absolutely collapsed. At the low of the day, it was trading at 1911, which was down 5%, and that was $124 an ounce, which is a massive move. And as massive as that move was, the move in the silver was actually 2.5 times that. The silver, which traded just under $30, and I've been talking about a pullback to the 25.20 area, had a range today of $29.44 to $24.48. So a $5 range on a $30 commodity. So we're talking about a 15% decline. We actually finished the day down $3.21, down about 12%, and we're bouncing a little tonight. There's a lot of theory about this, but I would think that the biggest part of this was the movement in the bonds. And I'll show you what the long bond did today. We are actually short this, or were short this, in this area from a couple of days ago. We bought the TBT, which is the ETF for down bond prices and higher yield. And as you can see, we came down very hard during the day. And then right before the close of these markets, they reversed. And I think that reversal is one of the things that kind of spooked the market a little. But the fact of the matter was that higher interest rates usually lead to a higher dollar. And with interest rates rising as quickly as they did during the day today, that really, I think, put a scare in the gold and silver holders. And it really didn't help them that prices had been so extreme on the upside. So we had a reversal towards the end of the day, and the US dollar index, excuse me, which had actually been down this morning, had a pretty strong rally from where it was. I mean, it wasn't up much at the end of the day, but you can see it came back down and tested this area. And as I've been saying for a couple of days, this does not go straight down. And we tested the low a couple of days ago and finished off that low and then moved higher. It still would not surprise me to see 95, maybe even as high as 96 for the dollar index. This really helped one particular segment, and that was financials. We had the XLF, which is the ETF for the financials, actually close up 1.5%. But the moves were even better in the stocks. JP Morgan closed 103.90, which was up $3.50 or 3.5%. Morgan Stanley 51.90, up $1.32 or 2.6%. And PNC also 112.50, up 284, also up 2.6%. So, we started off with the value stocks and the cyclicals dramatically outperforming the NASDAQ, which, by the way, was down hard today, was down 185 again. The Dow, which had been up 363, closed down 104 after being a little lower. So we had a 500-point reversal there. And the S&P, which was within 0.4% of making a new all-time high, closed down 27. The Russell closed down 9.7, and the only index that was up on the day was the lowly transports, again higher today only by 25. Yesterday it was up 285 and was the leader, up almost 3%. In any event, we had the PPI numbers this morning, which came in a little hotter, and tomorrow we have the CPI budget deficit, and we also have the mortgage applications number. All of those come out in the morning. So before I go, I'm just going to bring up two other stocks. Qualcomm, which today had an antitrust appeal go in their favor, was a bright spot in the tech sector, closing 108.83, up $2.47, 2.3%. So that was decent. And then after the close, Tesla announced a 5-for-1 stock split. The stock had closed at 1374, which was down 44, and on the news it rallied straight back up and had almost 100-point reversal, and is currently trading 1467, up 52. So I'm not much of a player in stock splits. I mean, it's really just arithmetic, but I would expect that it will have a little bit of a pop here, and I think much more of a pop after the split takes place at the end of August. I believe it's on August 31st for holders of record on August 28th. But I think that, this will be a stock that people will be pleased to be able to buy a round lot instead of 5 and 10 and 15 shares at a time. So that's all I have for you tonight. I will be back first thing in the morning. Have a good evening, and don't forget to subscribe.